Alright, it's time to learn how to push notifications in iOS. First, you need to integrate Firebase into iOS app, and we have done this before, and also install this library, and we have done this also before, but we need to install the bots. So let's copy this line here and go to the project and paste it here and press enter to install the bots. Second, iOS requires further configuration. So let's open this link to see the docs. If you read this line here, you must have an active Apple developer account. And also you need to enroll to Apple program. And to do that, you need $99 per year. So if you don't have Apple developer account with Apple program enrollment, you can skip this lesson. It's an optional lesson. Okay? Now scroll down and see how to configure our app. First, we're going to go to our project, then project target, then signing and capabilities tab. So we're going to open our project inside Xcode. So let's run this. Let's first clear the terminal and just run exceed-b iOS to open our project inside Xcode. And let's select our project here and select our target and signing and capabilities. And let's go back to the docs. We need to add those two capabilities, the push notifications first. So let's go to Xcode and press add this plus here and add push notifications and double click to add it. Now it has been added here. Second is the background modes. So the same thing, go to Xcode and press here on add capabilities and search for background modes, this here. Double click on it. Then you need to check those two, the background fetch and remote notifications. So go back to Xcode and select remote notifications and background fetch. Yes, background fetch and remote notifications. Yes, those are. Just check them. Now let's scroll down. The second thing that you need to do is linking EBN. And this EBN key is required for both foreground and background notifications. And this EBN stands for Apple Push Notification Service. And without it, you cannot send notifications. So you need to go to Apple Developer and register a key. So that's very simple. You're going to go here to Apple Developer and select these keys here. Just press here. For me, I got this key and I downloaded it. For you, creating key is very simple. Just press here and select this push notifications and add key name and key description and press continue. And don't forget to configure it to use it with sandbox and production. Okay, so creating a key is very simple. And for me, I have created one here, and you have to make sure that you put your key in a safe place and never share it with anyone. Okay, for me, I got here the key in downloads here, and we're going to need it. You have to make sure that you download the key because you will download it only once and you cannot download it another time. Look, the download is disabled. And also, don't share this key ID with anyone. Okay? Want to know why? Just search and you will know why. Now, after downloading the key, it's time to go to Firebase and add the key inside it. So you download the key. So you're going to go to Firebase and go to the console and select the project. The project name was Chatty, and go to iOS settings and press here on cloud messaging and scroll down. You need here to upload the key, so press on this upload and select the key from downloads or from your saved place. Just select it and add here the key ID and here the team ID. The team ID, you can get it from here. Here's the team ID, just copy it and paste it here. And the key ID is this ID. Just copy it and paste it here. And press upload. And now we have uploaded the keys for development. To make it work in production, you can upload it also here in production. It's the same steps. Just here's the team ID, here's the key ID, and here's the key. And just press upload like that. Okay? Now let's get back to our docs. After creating and uploading the key, let's register an app identifier. And that's pretty easy and simple. Just go to Apple Developer here and select this identifiers and select this plus icon here, this icon here, and select app IDs and press continue, continue. And add here the description and add here the bundle ID, and it should be unique bundle ID. And select here push notifications like this. And select continue and register. Now that's how to create a bundle identifier. Then you go to Xcode and select your team here. And to make sure that your team appear here, you need to log in also in Xcode. And that's very easy. Just go to Xcode and press here on settings. Then select Apple accounts. Here you can add your Apple account and make sure that your Apple account is enrolled to Apple Developer Program. Okay? That's the step of registering app identifier. Let's scroll down. For this also generating a provisioning profile, Xcode we're doing automatically. If you go to Xcode and just select your team, he's going to manage the provisioning profile automatically. Okay? Now let's continue scroll down. And that's it. What we need to do now is running the iOS app, but before this, let's go and add the iOS permission. So if you go back to documentations of messaging usage and scroll down, you're going to see this iOS requesting permissions. So we need to add this function. So let's copy it and go to our VS Code inside use notification hog. That's the hog that we have created in previous lesson in Android. In Android, we just requesting the permission of Android and create this function to get the token. And finally, export this use notifications function that contain the use effect that run those two functions. But now let's make our code cleaner. And we're going to make our code cleaner doing those two steps. First step is renaming this function. That's for Android, so we're going to make it Android request permission. And up here also Android request permission. And the second function that I have copied from the documentations from here, I'm going to name it iOS request user permission. Okay, and here and down here, I'm going to create another function and name it request user permission. And this is going to be an async function. Request. This is going to be an async function. And inside it, we're going to add our try catch block. So try catch to catch any errors. If we got any errors, let's throw an error, console.error, notification, setup, failed, and pass the error. And inside the try, I'm going to create this if condition. If the platform.os is Android, we're going to await this function, await Android request permission. Okay? Else, I'm going to await the iOS function, iOS request permission. And after this condition, I'm going to await the get token function. And finally, I'm going to pass this function here instead of those two. Okay? Now, our final step, let's run our project. So here in the terminal, let's just run yarn start and yarn iOS to run the iOS. Now the app is running right now, and he said chat app would like to send you notifications. Just press allow, and also you can press J here, and you're going to see here the token FCM token as E, and here's the key. You can copy it and send notification through it using Firebase as you've learned it before. And you can also send a campaign to all users. So let's close the app and try to send notifications from Firebase. So here, let's go to our Firebase console and go to the console and select your project chatty and go to messaging and press here on new campaign notification. You can type anything here, for example, hello world, and here, for example, hello. You can use the token here to send to this device, or you can press next and select all iOS devices and also all Android devices and press next, and you can schedule here. I would like to send the notification now and press next also, and press here preview, and finally publish, and just wait some time to see the notification here in the iOS device. And we got the notification here.